want to see the Squirtle come out because Squirtle is like definitely the more PM character. I feel like Tess does really good against melee characters, and Roy is a melee character with a weird sweet spot. Like he's Marth where his sweet spots are different, and like his combo game revolves more around his down tilt. But
Squirtle is 100% a PM character.
Yeah, Squirtle is all PM Jake.
Like, at least with Roy, there is some familiarity that will carry over from melee.
Yeah, you know this.
To know general things.
You know the danger zone with Roy if you've played against Marth.
Yes.
The where you want you want to be outside of the danger zone no matter what. But like if you're in the danger zone, where you want to be is different. But like if you're in the danger zone, you're doing bad. So that's like not even a thing. So I think I would like to see the Squirtle if Aminimouse is reasonably as confident with the Squirtle as he is with his Roy, I would totally go with a Squirtle pick against Tess specifically.
So aside from this set that's going on right now, I'm stupid. I forgot my HDMI cord, so that's neat. Hey Zach. Zach, you said you have an extra HDMI cord? Because I did forget mine.
I have spares.
I mean, I figured we're probably in a good place for like spares to be found. Yeah. So I don't know where Steve is, but he might. Okay. Yeah, I would ask him if he wants that or something. We'll get that taken care of. So into the set, Minnie picked Roy, and he's getting fox thinged.
He's going to. I would say, I would say Tess won the stage striking because Dreamland's not a Roy or not a Marth stage, so therefore I'm inclined to believe it's also not a Roy stage. I could be wrong on that, but that's how I feel.
I don't really see the stage pick benefiting Minnie Mouse very much.
No.
The platforms are kind of helpful, but
that's actually
more
exactly
beneficial to Foxy.
That's exactly why I think this is a bad stage for Roy. Is those platforms are not at a good height for Roy.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, he can still follow up with like short hop or even just full hop, but he has to work. He has less options with those platforms.
And on this stage, a Minimouse has to approach because he's a sword guy, and sword guys are dumb because they have big swords, but they're also not dumb because they don't throw their big swords. So Fox can shoot his gun, and Minnie has to either eat that percent or stay in Fox's face. Both of which Tess wants.
Yeah.
Tess wants Minnie on the aggressiveness, on the aggressive end, and if not, he wants to get 3% because who doesn't like 3%?
And not to mention that those lasers reset stillness.
Yeah, which is less of a big deal in PM than it would be in Brawl or Smash 4.
It's a deal in Melee, believe it or not.
I mean, all it does is affect percentage. It doesn't affect knockback.
Percentage, though, is big.
But like, it's not like like in Brawl, it's like I back throw you at 110% and you don't die, and then I back throw you immediately again at like 125%, and now you don't die because it's stale.
That's true.
You won't exactly have to. You always try to die.
Whereas in this game, you up air and then you barely don't kill, and then you up air again, and what do you know? You kill.
I guess one of the benefits to this stage pick for Minnie, and I've seen him do this twice now, is just Fox gets thrown too far to the point where he has to up B and go for ledge, and Minnie has so much time that he can just ledge hog and be good. I've seen it twice in this game, but that's about the only benefit.
I thought that Shine Spike was it, but Minimouse recovering, like on the first frame he got out of hit stun.
Yep.
And just making it back.
Yep.
Like normally in that case you need to like panic double jump, and if you don't double jump you're SOL. But Minnie, like Roy's got a good recovery, so yeah.
It comes out very quick. It came out against your Ness when you were going to walk off Dare Hill, and it came out faster than any of us expected to see.
I already told Zach this. I was not going for a walk off Dare. I was way too slow for it. Like I started to, and then I was like, oh nope, I did not do what I wanted to do.
Okay. That makes sense.
On an unrelated note, in Grand Finals, when I ended the set with a walk-off there, I was completely terrified that I was going to die.
That's fair. So, Minimouse making very good use of the platforms here, actually, for approaching.
Yeah, Minimouse actually mounting quite the impressive comeback, and he's going to kill there with that forward smash.
Yes. But I just
Wow.
like to say that, like, he actually, unlike me, like, as a player, I mean, comparing to myself isn't really that great because I'm terrible at these games. He jumped up, wave landed, slid off platform, and then, like, came down with fair and stuff. Just recognizing that these are options. It's neat to see that we've kind of started to grow to that level a little bit.
So, now, I hate to be biased, but I'm really rooting for a Minimouse in this set. I don't believe in myself enough to take another set off of Tess. Like,
That's fair.
and I think I could beat a Minimouse, like, more easily.
So, Fox coming down through platform, up smash, solid Fox things. Nair into Shine. I don't know.
Oh, down air, sour spot down air into sweet spot forward smash. The sweetest of sweet spots. That was right next to the hilt. That was right where you want to hit someone if you have a wet noodle, which is what Roy has.
Is it really a wet noodle in this game, though?
It is less wet noodle like, but it is still a wet noodle.
I just realized why it's called a wet noodle, and that's because if you hit somebody with the tip of a wet noodle, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Oh yeah. It's because, and if you like hit someone with the base of a wet noodle, it's basically like you're just punching them.
Basically.
So that is very effective.
That is effective, but wet noodle is not.
Yeah, it's called the wet noodle because the most powerful part of a wet noodle is
Your
the
fist.
base, and the most powerful part of Roy's sword is the base.
That makes sense.
Oh, I saw Tess going for that. Tess has been doing that recovery a lot. It was actually a big part of the reason why I won is because I was reading that. And I can cover that with, if I'm fast enough, I can cover it with a back air. If not, I can still cover it with PK Fire, into grab, into throw combo because Ness is dumb. So it's actually kind of embarrassing. I basically didn't play PM like at all over the summer, except for a couple of friendlies with the aforementioned Ganon secondary, which you probably don't know about since you probably muted the stream and alt-tabbed out of it during friendlies, and I don't blame you for that. But I barely played PM over the summer. But I went to a tournament, Smash and Splash, for Smash 4, and I watched PM at that tournament. And I saw a Ness main up throw, and I was like, why would Ness ever up throw in PM? And then I tried it against a Fox, and I was like, oh my god. So I've been doing that up throw for like a month.
We noticed that. Your up throw was definitely getting you percentage.
Yeah.
And like just value.
You had a high amount of up tilt.
Yeah.
At some point, you triple up tilted Fox.
I think that was more than once.
I saw it at least once.
Yeah. I heard you say it at least once. I almost asked Tess to switch spots because I don't like to hear people commentate me while I'm playing. It's like distracting. I also, for some really weird reason, play way worse with headphones. If I'm listening to game audio, it's less bad than if I'm listening to music, but if I'm listening to music, I play like garbage. And if I listen to game audio through headphones... Oh, he's doing the taunt. Oh, he didn't do the taunt yet. Oh! So, super smart by Tess. I just want to point out, it was super dumb, but at the same time super smart. So Tess baited Mini into thinking he was going to do the Randall taunt cancel, because if you taunt on Randall and then get knocked off of Randall by Randall moving into the stage, you'll cancel your taunt and you won't be able to get punished. So Tess taunted several times to get Mini to expect that, and then he jumped, and then when he would have gone for the taunt that would have been canceled, he jumped up and side B'd instead, and Mini was just not expecting it at all. And I just think that's really funny that Tess did that. Because it was like, his punish was hitting Mini with a side B, but it was still really...
Well, that side B turned into a shine.
Okay.
It was side B into shine.
Yeah.
Because it put Tess right in a position where he was just behind Mini.
And he did it again there.
And able to
I
follow
think
up.
he did it again, and I think, and this time he didn't do like the pre-taunts. So Minnie was like, "Oh, this time he's actually gonna do it. Like, I'm not gonna fall for that trick again if he taunts like multiple times." But Tess is like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait to taunt," and then he's like, "Just kidding, I'm gonna wait to side B instead." And Tess is letting Minnie get a free kill there.
So did Tess like?
Tess just taunted over and over again.
Is he? Did he discover that like the taunting's a thing?
No. So actually, I've never told Tess this before, but we used to play Brawl Friendlies for just hours and hours on end. And whenever he would take a stock, he would taunt. And this pissed me off so much. And I never mentioned how much this aggravated me, because it shouldn't have aggravated me. It was like him taunting, like it's not a big deal. But like every single time he'd do it, I'd just be like, Jesus, I would get more and more frustrated. And then I would like play slightly worse, to the point where I'm like, is he doing it on purpose to make me play worse? And then like I changed from not wanting to tell him because I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, to not wanting to tell him so that he wouldn't taunt intentionally to make me play worse.
Fair enough.
But now he probably heard everything I just said, and now he's gonna taunt all the time against me.
Probably. Then again, he's also Tess. He doesn't quite pay attention though when he's playing.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
true.
at least not down. He pays attention to the game.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, I remember when we were, like last semester when we were playing in the basement, and he'd be over doing, or just playing against bots, so that really he had his hands on melee, and we'd have to yell like Tess, Tess, Tess,
Yeah.
like 5 times to get his attention.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're probably right. He didn't hear anything that I just said. But if he rewatches this for some reason, he's
He
gonna
will.
be like, "Oh, that's how you beat Psy Guy. Like automatically, you just taunt whenever you get a kill." And then Psy Guy gets frustrated and starts playing bad.
So this is now also information I can make use of.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about you.
That's fair.
Like, it's a very, very small, slight edge that you can get over me. Where okay, so basically Tess and I were about 60-40 in his favor in Brawl. And so that meant, like, some of the times I would win sets just because my 40% would, like, coincide properly with the games. And, like, so his taunts, like, just basically pushed it a little more in his favor. So, like, unless you're above a 50%, like, win record against me, I don't think taunting's going to do anything.
That's fair.
And if you're like too far over, then it doesn't even matter. Oh my god.
So that side
That
B
was the
took
cheekiest, silliest edge guard I've ever seen. Except for like all the better, cheekier edge guards I've seen. But that was really cheeky.
It was cute.
It was... That's the only word, like, cheeky and cute are the only adjectives to describe that edge guard. It wasn't like, oh, that was so impressive, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he got, it was just like, oh, like, I'd want to see that again. Like a cute thing, you want to see it again, but like, you're not like, I don't know.
I don't know.
what I'm
Most
trying to
things
say.
in my experience are cute the first time, and then really aggravating
Yeah, following
beyond
tribes.
that.
Yeah, like, in Smash, most cute things are that way.
Going for the Edgehog there, but Tess went just straight for stage.
And that's the mix-up you can do. They're going for the edge, and you have the luxury of being able to do that.
Ooh.
See, it's stuff like that that makes me think that if Tess knew about my taunt weakness, he would taunt way more against me. Because he did that to make Mini play on tilt. And, like, I mean, maybe he didn't, maybe he's not, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, maybe he just did it because it was fun. But it almost seems like he did that to make Mini play on tilts. Like, because there was no purpose to that shine, other than making your opponent frustrated and play worse. And that's